You're listening to a Shockcast original. Shock.
The C Word with Calista.
All right, hello, Calista here with the C Word, ready to answer a question that I get asked a lot here in KL about the people from my hometown. Why do Sabahans speak so fast? Now, I'm just going to add a disclaimer. I do not do this. I cannot be a rapper for sure. But I do have someone who definitely raps in all of her TikToks and in real life because I've seen her on everybody's Insta stories and stuff. Andrea Gloria, what's up?
Hi! Hey, everybody!
So how are you? What's been going on?
I'm doing good. I have been doing nothing other than, being on TikTok, doing videos or watching videos.
So Andrea and we've never actually met in real life, I don't think.
We have actually once.
Where?
Yeah, in 2017 during the Fifth Harmony concert. That was my first and last time meeting you.
Oh, yeah, I remember. Oh, okay. Wow, that was so long ago. Fifth Harmony doesn't even exist anymore.
Exactly.
I think I met you, but it was very briefly.
Yeah, it was very brief.
Yeah, but I know about you because we've got a lot of mutual friends. I actually know Andrea's sister, Bree, and I've seen a lot of her personality through other people's Insta stories, but then she was suddenly on my TikTok For You page.
Oh, gosh.
I was dying, girl.
How did it make to your FYP?
I don't know, but I was like, this girl looks familiar. And I honestly had no idea what you were saying. So thank goodness that you had captions. And I'm from Sabah, so technically I should know what's going on. But how often do you get people asking you what is happening?
Really often, especially when I posted that video, the comments were just flooded with "Apa ba ko cakap ni? Nasip ada subtitle." Or "Oh my goodness, that Eminem comments. Oh, Eminem has been quiet ever since these videos, went viral." And I just speechless. I don't know what to reply.
I think I'm going to have to insert a clip of that TikTok into this podcast so people know what I'm talking about. Else they're going to be like, what are they even talking about? So I'm going to insert a clip of you speaking. It will sound like some alien language, but trust me, when you're in Sabah, this is just something you hear on the street all the time. I do think Andrea has super speed.
But I do have to say though, in those videos that I made, the speed is exaggerated. I don't actually talk that fast in real life. Even I didn't catch myself when I was editing that video. Oh my goodness, sang Sarah want to add the sisi yang balik-balik. I had to rewind and add the subtitles. Even I almost didn't understand what I was saying. But yeah, I would say, memang I do. At first, I didn't know it was a Sabahan thing. I thought it was more of a me thing to speak fast because ever since I was small, my grandma used to nickname me Mimbolotok, which basically means banyak bercakap in dusun. I don't know what I was saying at that age, but enough for them to give me that nickname. I didn't actually realize that it was a Sabahan thing until I went to Kuching. I had this group of friends who were Sarawakians, and obviously I talked to them in English because that was the only language that we could communicate in, because sa belum lagi understand Bahasa Sarawak, which is another topic. And I've had my Sarawakian friends tell me laju juga kamu bercakap. Memang begitu ka Sabahan bercakap. I didn't know what to answer them because to me it sounded normal and understandable.
I do think yours is definitely super speed, but there's another Sabahan that was actually my first guest for this podcast on the C Word, Adam Shamil.
Oh yeah, Adam, yeah.
He is also like that. When he speaks, I'm just like, dude, slow down.
So it's definitely a Sabahan thing then.
But do you have any theories why it's such a Sabahan thing? Why do we speak so fast?
Wow.
Because, okay, in every other aspect of life, I think Sabahans are pretty chill.
Yeah.
Right? But I feel when we're talking to each other, then it's suddenly we're extra loud, we're extra fast.
Exactly, extra loud. Why? I think maybe if you're fluent in your dialect or your language, obviously mungkin your brain works very fast and then you just say everything. I also don't know. It maybe works for other people as well. But Sabahan's mungkin exception. I don't know. What's your theory?
I obviously speak Sabah Malay, but I don't think my Sabah Malay is that fast. But when I first started in radio, they always used to say the same thing to me. Can you slow down? Why must you rap everything you're saying? And I'm like,
what are you talking about?
Yeah, like you said, like keep it short. So I'm trying to get everything I want to say into this short amount of time.
Exactly. That's one more thing. I did like another video on TikTok. It was like a short vlog I did of what me and my sisters did for my sister's last day of SEM. So I was trying to cram it all up in one, and then I was doing the voiceover for that thing. I was like, record laju. So when people ask me, kenapa laju betul ko buat ko punya video? I'm trying to, keep up with the time.
But do you realize that because we do that, like now when you watch like YouTube vlogs or whatever, like either you have to put it on 1.5 speed or you just have no patience.
I do actually kasi speed it up. I enjoy watching vlogs. There are some that I listen to like the whole thing, but sometimes I just say, increase 1.25 speed. You're too slow.
Why are you taking so long?
Jahat yeah.
But I think TikTok has like proven that it can be done. Like you can have like literally people used to do like 40-minute vlogs, and TikTok has proven that you can do it in under a minute and you can get the whole story, you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. It's possible. So like now that after everyone's on TikTok, I realize I'm more on TikTok than I am on YouTube.
Same.
Maybe because the videos progress in TikTok.
It's just like swipe. You've already watched like 10 videos and you could not even get through one YouTube video, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Like you said, you went to study in Kuching and people asked you about it. Do you get a lot of comments asking on your videos, or are your videos mostly like Sabahans watching?
I've had comments from neighboring countries like Philippines, Indonesia. Some of them even say like, "Masam, I thought this was a Filipino video or like Indonesian video." And then I don't know how. Maybe I can't detect how it sounds similar. Banyak juga orang yang from the west side saying like, I don't understand what she's saying, but it's funny.
Yeah. I actually saw some comments like that.
Especially the one video that has the most views now, the one where I called my friend Gobuk. The comments from people yang non-Sabahans asking, what is Gobuk? And I keep replying the gorilla emoji sampai masuk in my frequently used emojis. The gorilla emoji is just there.
Honestly, I didn't know what it was.
Really?
I didn't know. Then I was like,
well, now you do.
Should I ask like Maluja, like from Sabah? I still don't know what it is.
Yeah, but then there were also some Sabahans yang ask. Saya saja kasaturang Sabahan yang tidak faham pamaksud gobok like that. Then I'm just like, it's okay. Gorilla emoji.
Then I feel better. But that's why I like watching your TikToks, because like they're very original content. Like it's so Sabahan, but at the same time like relatable everywhere else. And I think the thing that made it so Sabahan was the way you were speaking. Like you're funny, but it's your delivery, and that's why I get so many questions like, why are Sabahans like this? Why are Sabahans like that? I have no answer for you.
It's like people think we're mad. Sometimes it's just us getting our point across. It's like the more aggressive, the more you think people get your point. I guess that makes sense.
It's like, I don't know how else to explain it, but let me go louder. Maybe you'll get it.
Ganas betul. Like, listen, if I get louder, that means it's very getting important. Okay, it's a Sabahan thing then. I never knew that. Okay.
Yeah. So for anyone who's listening, I feel like you just need, if you want to know what Sabahans are like, if you don't know, I don't know how to say, if you're fortunate enough not to know, or unfortunately you do not know, you should go and watch Andrea's TikTok. So how do you come up with like content? Like, is it like you just hang out with your friends and then you just, because a lot of it's true story, right?
Relatable. I actually expected you to ask me this, and then I was trying to think of like an inspirational answer, like, what can I say? What inspired me? Then I think betul-betul kan, you know what? I'm just gonna be honest. Like when I'm going to bed, like the moment yang you baru want to sleep, I suddenly have this like, this would be funny. Then I take my phone, I put on my notes app. I'm like, pretend you play piano or something like that. I don't know. Maybe even in the shower, yang syok sa mandi kan, wait, this would be funny. It's like funny to me. I actually have so many in my drafts. I just don't post it because I think it's like too embarrassing. The ones I post is I think I just, close my eyes and click post. I have 311 drafts.
But yeah, like TikTok is a very special platform that I feel like it's so different from everything we do. And now I find myself doing dumb stuff by myself at home. And like the thing is,
God, yeah.
do you realize you do dumb stuff and you post it for the world to see, but you cannot let anybody else watch you doing the dumb stuff?
Yeah, like when I'm recording, don't look. You can only see it once it's posted. Because what's embarrassing ba? You want to see the whole process of you re-recording, then sala again. No, don't watch that. Just watch when I'm done.
Like I cannot perform when other people are watching.
Especially ang transitions kan, you're like, okay, 3, 2, 1. Then want to do transition. If people are watching, oh my goodness. Malu siya.
I had to do a lip syncing one at the office. And then, of course, like my digital guy is like, okay, using his phone, right? Because it was for the hits account. He's like, okay, dude. I was like, you face the wall. You just
Malu
use
ba?
your phone. Yeah.
Let me do it myself. Oh my god.
I was trying to like lip sync the first part and I can see him looking at me. I was like,
Takot ba? Like people see you cringing. I mean, like they're cringing in front of you. Then tapos tira semangat ni mo, but better you don't look. Watch when I'm done.
like sometimes I don't know if you do this, but like sometimes I've got drafts and like I've got like 3 different options of the same video, right? So like I'm trying to like choose which one I want to post and I'm like, I can't decide. So then I'll like take it to like whoever. I'll be like, can you help me see which one's better? And then as they're watching the draft, I'm like, let me know when you're done. I'll come back.
Oh my, so relatable. I do that to my sisters. Like, especially ang transition videos yang, you know, dari bida terus cantik ko nun, that one. And then like, I do it like 3 different audios or like different transition styles. Terus bila finish already edit, then like, I can't choose which one I want. I go to my sisters like, look, which one yang nampak cantik. I look away while they're watching. Yeah. Then I can hear the audio kana, cringe.
You do so much content with your sisters. And then if you ever watch Andrea or Bree's Insta stories, all you will see is these 3 girls and sometimes their poor little brother just like screaming at each other for like 10 stories straight. I'm just like, what is happening in this house? But I feel like that's also, I don't know, like since I moved to KL, I feel like there are so many things that are normal to us, like it's like normal life. But then I noticed like nobody does that here. And like when they see us do it, they're like, why are you guys like that? Huh? I'm like, I don't know. What's wrong?
I thought you guys do it also.
They don't, you know, they don't like, they're not like constantly screaming at each other. They're not like super loud. They're not like, I don't know, so different. And that's why I get so many questions like, why are Sabahans like this? Why are Sabahans like that? I have no answer for you.
It's like people think we're mad. Sometimes it's just us getting our point across. It's like the more aggressive, the more you think people get your point. I guess that makes sense.
It's like, I don't know how else to explain it, but let me go louder. Maybe you'll get it.
Ganas betul. Like, listen, if I get louder, that means it's very getting important. Okay, that it's a Sabahan thing then. I never knew that. Okay.
Yeah. So for anyone who's listening, I feel like you just need, if you want to know what Sabahans are like, if you don't know, I don't know how to say, if you're fortunate enough not to know, or unfortunately you do not know, you should go and watch Andrea's TikTok. Oh my God. And then you'll know exactly. If you have any other questions, honestly, like I feel like we haven't got an answer.
Yeah, we don't. If anybody has an answer, share.
Let us know.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, it's so strange. And I don't know. I think it's very interesting to see like the difference in culture. Like even in your own country and your own state, like it can be so different. Like, have you noticed like Sabahans can always tell which part of Sabah you're from?
Right. Maybe I don't have that much talent in detecting, but yeah, can also.
I've seen like TikToks like Sabahans have done, and then in the comments, "Ui, macam di Keningau ni," and it's like, yeah, saya dari Keningau. I'm like.
Someone commented on my video, mesti kampung ko di Tambunan ni kan? I'm like, bro, how do you know? How can you tell?
I don't know. It's so weird, but I love it so much. But yeah, I don't know. So I guess we didn't help clear the air. And you can go follow Andrea on TikTok so you can train yourself how to understand Sabahans before you go over to Sabah. Andrea, what's your TikTok handle?
Glorious. Glorieous.
Actually, oh my gosh, before we end, I want to ask you another question. Why does Sabahans have 2 first names?
That's a Sabahan thing.
I don't
That's
like
not an
somebody
import thing.
again. Somebody here asked me, they're like, why do Sabahans like to have 2 first names? And I'm like, actually, I was just looking at your name. That's what I thought about it.
Yeah.
Andrea Gloria.
No, I am takajut. Okay. I don't know.
I feel like the longer we do this podcast, the more questions instead of the more answers.
Do I actually know who I am? Ano pa? Maybe because our parents extra kali. Oh, let's for 2 names instead of 1.
But God, like I actually know this girl. I'm not gonna say her name because I don't want to call her out. But she actually has 5 first names and a last name.
Wait, I think I know someone like that too. Lagi Majula. I only have 2. Your second name is Leia?
Yeah. So like that's why I was like, but why is it weird? Because like in English, it's just like, oh, you have a middle name again. I always get weird questions. About Sabahans, and I never know how to answer them. So I thought you could help me, but I guess we're all just confused together.
I didn't even know that it could be a question to be asked. Why do you have 2 names? I can banyak ni soalan in my brain. Now I'm gonna go to sleep thinking, do I truly know what it is to be a Sabahan?
I guess tomorrow I can expect to see you on my For You page with some random TikTok asking this question.
Oh my gosh. Hey, I have been sent to existential crisis by Calista.
But yeah, before we come up with more questions, I guess go follow Andrea on TikTok. If you do have any other questions about Sabahans, like go on over to our Instagram and ask. No promises you'll get an answer because obviously this podcast has no answers for you today. But yeah, I hope to see you in the next one. Thanks for joining me, Andrea.
Thank you so much for having me. This was fun. This was really fun, even though mambingong kan.
The C Word with Calista.